Welcome back, Web3 TV. I'm Christina Najera, and we are at Blockchain Live with Irina from NeosLegal. How are you doing today?
I'm doing very well. Thank you so much for having me.
I'm very happy to have you here. Would you like to start sharing more about you and what you do?
I'm the crypto lawyer based in Dubai. I've been running NeosLegal since 2016, and we're supporting Bitcoin, crypto, and Web3 companies. We've advised over 250 projects. We're advising governments, we're advising regulators, and even some royal families in the region.
Wow, amazing journey. Would you like to start sharing how did you start?
I started by going to law school many years ago. One needs to be a lawyer in order to be to get into the crypto space or to become a crypto lawyer. So I was a lawyer in the oil and gas industry. So I came to Dubai 17 years ago. I'm an early adopter of Dubai. I'm very proud of that. That's the bet I never regret on making. So I moved here 17 years ago working for national oil companies. We did a joint venture with Mubadala, which is a sovereign wealth fund in Abu Dhabi. We did the largest oil and gas development projects in the region and also in Central Asia and Eastern Europe. And in 2014-15, I was the general counsel within the largest shipping group in the world. It's called Maersk. I'm sure a few people have seen the blue star all over containers. And at that time, they started piloting a blockchain project. So basically, we took a container filled with roses from Mombasa, Kenya, and we wanted to ship it to Amsterdam somewhere. And we did that on blockchain, which meant through that shipping, less paperwork was used, less stamps were used. Something like 450 pieces of paper were saved if you track things on blockchain. That's how I thought, okay, maybe there is something about blockchain. But I learned actually about Bitcoin before that. I was working for an oil and gas company, as I mentioned, and our IT guys were using company infrastructure to mine Bitcoin because oil and gas companies have the largest servers in order to process oil well data. That's how I learned about Bitcoin. Then I learned about blockchain, and then I thought, okay, khalas, enough is enough of the corporate world. I've done everything I could do as a lawyer in the corporate world. I reached the regional general counsel position, so I retired from the corporate world and started working with Bitcoin and crypto companies. It was Bitcoin first because there were a lot of Bitcoin miners were coming here. Then 2017, crypto hype, ICO hype happened, and now we are in the Web3/AI merger phase, and I'm still here. My team is still here. We actually legal partners with Blockchain Live, supporting with regards to the latest marketing rules that the local regulator Envara introduced. We want to make sure that nobody gets in trouble. We're talking to the exhibitors and also the sponsors, and to make sure that everybody complies with the local rules and regulations. UAE is all great. It's fantastic. It's the Web3 and crypto capital of the world. But we have laws and regulations, and everybody has to follow the laws and regulations. And we are here, humble servants to the industry, supporting the industry to make sure that if you are an honest player, if you're a good, decent player, and you want to play by the rules, we're here to help you with that.
100%. We have seen how the government is very supportive to this new technology. And would you like to share what's the difference between being a lawyer in the Web3 world and being a lawyer in the Web3 world?
What was the first world?
Web2 and Web3. What's the main difference?
I never worked in Web2. I worked in oil and gas. It's actually shovels. It's actually like Web0 world. It's actually, you use equipment to extract oil, right? It's a zero web world, minus zero web world.
You jump direct from Web0 to Web3.
I was not in web at all.
So from zero tech to tech now.
Wow. I mean, oil and gas employs the largest number of PhD candidates. Oil and gas technology invents a lot of things, like, for example, drones that you see now and everybody gets excited. We had drones in 2001 that were crawling on the seabed and connecting the pipeline. So when it comes to technology, oil and gas, as well as the defense industries, they're leading. However, I would not call it web anything because it's not web anything at all. It's a technology. It's a heavy industry. So I don't come from web. I come from industry. So it is the industry, for example, Maersk being the industry, pioneered the blockchain use case in 2015. We were not web anything. We just literally wanted to save money for our clients shipping containers from one place to another. So yeah, I come from industry to Web3.
Wow. And do you think Web3 can provide more freedom?
Bitcoin will provide more freedom. Bitcoin does provide more freedom. I'm Bitcoin maxi, and we already see where Bitcoin is. You know, look at the WikiLeaks, for example, case. Look the unjust treatment of the WikiLeaks founder, and thank God he's free now and all settled. But yeah, Bitcoin did provide the financial freedom for him when the banks cut him from the banking system. For what? For being a journalist. Imagine you're a journalist and you're doing your job, and the government is prosecuting you for your job, which I think is a horrid case. But yes, what brings freedom? Economic freedom, financial freedom, the freedom of, you know, to be able to say what you want and live how you want is Bitcoin.
100%. Thank you so much, Irina. It was very useful. Your insights are amazing. And last question, what are the latest trends on regulations in the UI?
Oh, as a lawyer practicing in this space, we have, you know, we have to be on our toes every day because the regulators are very active and we don't have the liberty of long regulatory process. The regulations are passed tomorrow and everybody has to comply. So, which is great to be on your toes at all times, but at the same time it's challenging. So we have multiple regulators in the UAE. We have federal, we have ones in the Emirates, and we have the financial free zone regulators. So, and I don't think it's a bug, I think it's a feature because whatever you're doing or whatever you're planning to do in the UAE, there's always a regulator or regulatory regime within which you can do that. And if this regulator, for example, does not fit your business case, talk to another regulator. And the great thing, we've got a few of them. Regulatory arbitrage is great. Our regulators are fantastic. You can talk to them. You can reach out. You can have an open dialogue, which is fantastic. And of course, Switzerland, where where my home is, similarly has fantastic regulators. FINMA is fantastic, and the Swiss Crypto Valley, over 10 years old now, and what I do is I get all the newest innovations from the Swiss Crypto Valley and I import them here in the UAE because it's all open source, right? It's all for us to learn from our very smart, intelligent colleagues in Switzerland and import it here in order to benefit the UAE economy. And this is what we're doing. Humble servants to the industry, making sure that the UAE as a country prospers.
Amazing. I love that. Thank you so much, Irina. It was a pleasure having you here. And thank you so much for watching. Remember to share this with your friends because everybody deserves to know more about Web3, cryptocurrency, and technology. See you next time.
And Bitcoin.
100%. Thank you, Irina.